No, yeah, we're excited to get Malik. He's a guy who's been on our radar for quite some time as an explosive playmaker that can play multiple spots, can separate, has run after the catch, very good hands, very productive, and in a difficult conference. So look forward to getting here tomorrow, and then getting him in the building a couple weeks from now, and as we get him in with the rest of the players in our culture and developing him and competing for his play time. So with that, we'll open up for questions.
What made you, obviously you had a choice there, Malik over Odunze?
Yeah, we have a lot of meetings throughout the season, and at the end of the day, we just thought Malik's toughness, separation, speed, not that Rome doesn't have all those things. Rome's a very good player too. Just when it came down to it and what we were looking for, Malik checked a lot of those boxes. As a person, his toughness, competes, production, and again the versatility that he'll bring to the table.
Joe, there were quarterbacks on the board certainly for you. First of all, how aggressive were you trying to trade up to get a quarterback?
Yeah, I think I said last week we were going to have conversations in front of us. We actually had conversations behind us. There was an opportunity for us to move out of the pick. So we had conversations. We had different plans in place, and we're ecstatic to have Malik Nabers here. So we're really happy the way it worked out.
There's been a lot of reporting that you were pushing with the Patriots, so specifically for the third pick. Just curious, how serious did those talks get? And was there just a walk-away point where their ask was too high?
Yeah, again, we had a lot of conversations with a lot of teams. I'm not going to get into specifics. And we got a really good player at 6 that, was a position that, I think was a need that we needed to upgrade. And, again, I'm ecstatic to have, Malik here. I'm really fired up about the kid.
Brian, what does it mean for you to have, that sort of, for lack of a better term, the number one type receiver?
Yeah, look, I'm excited about Malik. He's a heck of a player. He was a fun guy to evaluate. Like Joe talked about, he's got quickness. He's explosive. He's got a good run after the catch. He's got a great mindset in terms of the competitive style he plays with. He's played well in big games. Get him in the program, get him with the receivers and into the offense, and really looking forward to working with him.
Joe, do you view the quarterback position as a priority high in this draft still? You have the number 47 overall, or do you remain comfortable coming out of this draft without one of that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable where we are.
Do you believe you can find a franchise quarterback at that point in the draft?
Listen, I'm ecstatic about Malik. I mean, I don't know what's going on up there right now. I know a couple quarterbacks just went. So, again, we're going to look at all positions across the board. It's, I've said last week that we have multiple, needs across the board on the team, and we'll continue to, try to fill those throughout the draft. And again, there can still be movement. We can get more picks. We can trade up. We've done that in the past. So, again, we just got a electric wide receiver that's 20 years old. He actually won't be 21 until end of July. I had my guys look it up. I think he's the 4th youngest player that we had on our entire board amongst 450 players that we again in certain ranges. But a young player that we're is electric, and we're really fired up about acquiring.
Was there a point where he kind of stood out and popped to you throughout the process? Maybe it wasn't even this year.
Yeah, LSU, the amount of players that they had, our staff was able to, see him play live several times. I've seen him 2 years in a row. I happened to be at their first game of the year versus Florida State 2 years in a row. So he's been on our radar as a really good player. And again, we were at the pro day. We had him in on a 30 visit. Went to dinner with him a couple different times, and getting around the kid. He's a great kid. He's super competitive. He's driven, and I'm excited about adding him. He's a good player.
For either of you guys, what does this do for Daniel? He's never really had a top receiver like this.
Well, look, we got to get him in. He's, obviously he was ultra productive at LSU. Made a ton of plays. I would say deep, intermediate, short. It'd be good to get him in here and get him acclimated to what we do. And I know he's excited about it. We're excited to have him.